which is before the game starts, like in the loading screen or even in champ select, you should be thinking about your plan, like what path are you going to take. So can you, if you did not do it, or did you do that? I don't know if you did, but even if you didn't,
Yeah, I do it. Low key, if I have a scaling or like a fast, how do I name it? Like if I have a bot lane who can easily go early game very aggressive, I might go free camps and early gang them.
okay. Can you tell me your plan this game, in this particular specific game right here? What are you thinking here?
I'm thinking that I might have a winning top lane because like Fiora is one-on-oneing Garen and winning it.
Why do you think?
Because
Why do you think you have a winning top lane?
Huh?
Why do you think you have a winning top lane?
Because Fiora does true damage and Garen doesn't have much early game damage, and Fiora got a bit more and can outtrade him.
Okay. The reason I think,
Grasp? No.
I mean, she might beat him, sure. The reason I think she might not, though, like I think it's pretty skill intensive. At least more skill intensive for the Fiora. I mean, Garen, it doesn't take much skill. Like he's known to be one of the easiest champions to play. The thing is, Garen has, first of all, he's easy to play, which makes him already makes him a better champion in low elo because, I don't know if you know, they say like in low elo you should play the simple champions, and then in high elo you can start learning the more difficult champions, like Fiora. So Fiora is more of a high elo champion, and Garen's more of a low elo champion. So that alone makes me think Garen would win. But not only that, Garen has Ignite, so at least early game. I mean, when I talk about early game, I mean your first clear. So the first like 3, 4, 5 minutes of the game, I would assume Garen wins. At least until Fiora TP's back. Just because he has Ignite, right? He has Ghost and he has Ignite. Fiora only has a Flash. Like the teleport doesn't do anything.
He has like the early game pressure because of his summoner spells.
Yeah. But like, let's say we get to like mid game and Fiora TPs, right? She recalls TPs, she gets full HP, then maybe she could start winning because Garen can't TP, right? He'll have to walk all the way back. He might lose minions, so he might be a lower level, or he might just need to not recall as often as Fiora recalls just because he doesn't have TP. So, but right now, we're just talking about the early game because I just want to know what path you take. So that's what I was saying.
As I said earlier, I go the bot side free camps because I want to get Ezreal ahead.
Okay. Let me tell you wait, Ezreal? Oh, you mean you do bot 3 camps and then gank bot, or?
Yeah, I start Rebel, go into the Raptors, and then instantly go to the Krugs because Jarvan can like be very fast early.
Okay, and then you gank bot.
To go bot lane.
Let me tell you it's okay, but let me tell you the problem with that. Alright, there's 2 problems I can see at least 2 problems. One problem is, the immediate problem I'm thinking is, it's kind of hard to gank a Nidalee Pike. Like, they're both quite mobile. And yeah, you have Thresh. Pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Ganking bot is not bad, but it's also not great, just because it's kind of hard to catch these guys. But it's an okay plan. The other thing, there's another problem. So if that was the only problem, I would say it's not bad to go bot. But there's another problem, which is this leaves your blue side completely unprotected. If you do this, Graves will see you. I mean, everyone will see you, right? When you gank bot, everyone sees your bot.
And
so
as soon as he sees me bot lane, he's gonna invade me.
Yeah, and not only that, there is Graves, Kindred, Nidalee, these 3 junglers especially, have a cheese path. Their cheese path is their red buff into your blue buff. Like, that's a pretty common...
Is it like he's gonna do red buff, then dash over the Baron Pit and go instantly to my jungle?
Yeah. That's a common cheese path. I'm not saying he'll do it, but it's pretty common. That's like if I give a percentage... It depends on the elo. It depends on the elo how often he'll do it, but they do it pretty often, especially if they know you started red. So,
I've seen it in gold more, not really much in silver, but in gold I've seen it more.
Yeah. That's kind of where people start doing it. I wouldn't expect it in silver, but I'm just trying to teach you. I'm trying to teach you for all elos, not just low elo. Right? Low elo you can do anything, almost anything you want, and you'll win. But I'm trying to teach you a little more properly. So, yeah. If he does that path, There is a counter to that path. It's really easy. You just ward your blue buff at 105 to 110. 1 minute 5 seconds, and then you run to your red buff right after. So it counters that path because your ward will still be there when he does your blue. So you'll know he does your blue. Then you can, after you gank bot, you can just go take his blue. Like, that's no problem. So if you did that, I would think it's okay. But if you didn't do that, you're gambling a lot on your bot gank. Like, if it doesn't work out, you lose all your top side for nothing. Or maybe you
get the ward. If I had the ward on the blue side and I would see Graves, I could go instantly to his blue jungle and make it like even.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but even still, even if you don't have the ward, so the ward there is actually because, even if you were doing, if let's say you do red, there's another path you might do. I assume you've done is red Krugs Raptors. Have you ever done that path?
Yeah, sometimes if I want to play like for full clear,
or maybe you want to gank topside, right? You might do that path.
I do that, but not very often because.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the ward trick
working for me.
Okay. Oh yeah, but the ward trick I'm telling you is more to counter for this path because when you do this path, he can still take your blue and you wouldn't really know. So the path you said, which is red Raptors Krugs, the ward doesn't actually help you because even if you see him, it's like too late. Like you ganked, so if he wanted to, he could take your blue, and he still had time to cross over to his blue right there if he wanted to. That's just the cost. That's just the cost. I mean, there's always a cost, right? For if you early gank, that is a cost. So with all these possible downsides, right? There's basically all these chances that Graves could take your blue, or Gromp or whatever. He could take your blue side. I don't like the plan of ganking bot because. Remember what I said. Ganking bot by itself is not a bad plan, but then when you add in other factors, such as Graves can take your top side, then it doesn't really look that good. And I'll give you another hypothetical scenario. Let's say bot lane was Ashe and Pyke. Okay. If it's Ashe and Pyke, then I like your idea a little better because Ashe is easier to kill. The problem with this gank is they're not that easy to kill. That's all. So they're not that easy to kill. Combined with Graves will take your stuff. If they were easy to kill, then if Graves take your stuff, that's a fine trade. But they're hard to kill, and Graves might take your stuff. That's my thinking. You got it?
Makes sense.
Okay. So What did you think about? You said you think Fiora will win. If you think Fiora will win, why don't you gank for Fiora? Is it because you think she can win without you, or?
Yeah, because I think if I engage on top lane, he's just gonna run out with Ghost. And Fiora has a high cooldown on level 1 Q, so she can't really follow up.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. So you're actually seeing... That sounds like you think Garen's stronger, or you just think he's really good at running away?
I think he's like in the level 1 or level 2, we can't kill him together, but like later if she got ult and some shit, we can easily one-hit him.
Okay.
Especially when I got my ult and he can flash out my cage.
Yeah.
That should be a safe call.
Okay, yeah, good. I agree with you with top lane. The only thing is I don't really agree with you with bot lane. But so if it might work. I don't actually know what happens, but your bot lane gank might work. It's just high risk. It's like a coin flip. It's pretty risky. Like it's not guaranteed to work in any way.
Coin flip. I guess it depends on how I set my EQ up.
I mean, it's with a lot of things. I mean, they both have flash too. Like, and I mean, Thresh could also flash Q. You could also EQ flash or flash EQ. But the thing is, I don't actually know what will happen if you go bot. Like, you could kill them, sure. You could not. Like, it's really coin flip. That's the term, because you don't actually know what will happen if you go there. What do you? I don't think I need to ask this. I mean, I'll just ask anyways. What do you think about mid lane?
I guess it's a pretty close case. Like, Fizz is gonna rape him till level 6, and he just needs to farm and scale for late. Otherwise, he's gonna be destroyed.
Yeah. And basically, you kind of ignore it most of the time, right? Until Malzahar gets level 6.
That's what I did, but Fizz got really ahead, and in the end, it was, yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, I ignored mid lane, and that's one of the parts we lost this game.
Okay, but the thing is, you can't actually influence it. I mean, you can. It's kind of hard because
Yeah, he can like jump away a whole time, so it's probably impossible to kill him.
Yeah. So if I'm looking at this, I prefer a more passive early game, if that makes sense for you, because
probably.
Because like I said, I don't think top will win early. I don't think mid will win early. Bot lane's your best bet, but you don't want to go too early.
That's the reason why I ganked bot early.
No, I know. But I'm saying I wouldn't want to go too early because of the blue punishment from Graves. That's the only thing. So I probably would just start blue buff and try to clear it down. Let me think. No, I'll take it back. You're okay. It looks pretty bad. Let me think. Blue clear down and reverse. I think reverse clear is probably the best. But you know what a reverse clear is? It's
not really. No.
Okay, you start your red buff. Then but he might do.
Do you mean like doing red buff, clear full blue side, and then go back and clear?
Yeah. I think that's the best one. Yeah. So start red buff, go to blue, then Gromp Wolves, Raptors, Krugs, then gank bot, something like that. So the reason this path is good is because red buff start is usually the best because if Graves ever invades you, red buff helps you the most, right? And then the reason why you do the reverse clear is because it's hard for Graves to actually counter that. What's his cheese invade is red to blue, right? If you do the reverse clear, you'll meet him there around the same time. You both can fight, but ideally you actually just ward up. You see the top river where the Baron is. You see the Baron. You just ward right here because that's where they always jump over. If they level 2 invade you, they will jump this.
Here, right?
Anywhere really. It doesn't matter. It doesn't actually matter. Just anywhere. It could be in the river. It could be in the pit. It could be somewhere there, the river or the pit. You ward that. So if Graves jumps over, let's say, okay, you start red buff. You ward this. You start red buff. As you're going to blue, you'll see Graves here, and then you can change your plan accordingly. So you can decide: do you want to fight Graves on your blue? Most likely not. So you just go straight to his blue, right? If you don't see Graves here, then great. Go to your blue and reverse clear because that means Graves is not cheese invading you. That means if Graves invades you, he'll invade you level 3, correct? So if he invades you level 3, the most common level 3 invade for Graves is to invade you on your second buff. So Graves will know you started red because of bot lane leashed you. And then he'll plan to invade you on blue buff. But he'll plan to invade you on blue buff at level 3. So how does he get level 3? 3 camps, right? He needs to do 3 camps. It doesn't really matter which 3 camps. Because by the time he gets to your blue buff, you'll already finish blue and Gromp. So he won't even see you there. You'll be on wolves when he's invading you. And he might not check wolves. Invaders rarely check wolves. So basically, you get to do your full clear without Graves bothering you. That's the power of the reverse clear. Which is why I suggest...
So he doesn't have a chance to invade me.
Yeah. So remember, I'm telling you his 2 main chances. The first chance is the level 2, which I told you, the Baron Ward protects you against that. The second chance is after 3 camps, which again, the reverse clear defends against that. So the path I'm telling you is a passive path. It's a path when you think you will get invaded and you don't want to get invaded. So this is that's what I'm saying, the reverse clear path. The problem with this path is it's a pretty good solid path, honestly. There's not really a problem. I mean, you can gank at any point during this path, right? After you do red buff, if you see Fizz, I don't know what he starts. Let me think. What does he usually start level 1?
W?
Is it W? It might be, yeah.
W is the advanced auto attack.
Yeah. I think he does do that just for sometimes it depends on the game, but if there's an invader or something. But I think he would. But
I guess against mods it's either W or Q, but I guess it's W.
Regardless of what he starts, when you finish red, and if you ever see Fizz being aggressive and wasting cooldown, then you could gank mid. I mean, most likely not. I don't think you will, but you could. And while you're going to blue, when you finish blue, after you finish blue, if you see Garen being very aggressive top, you could gank top, right? This is the power. This is the power of Jarvan. Jarvan is like one of the rare junglers that can gank at level 2. A lot of junglers need level 3. Jarvan only needs level 2. So finish red buff, look mid. Finish blue buff, look top. And again, if you finish Gromp, you can look top again right after Gromp as well, right? So this path is very flexible. You can still gank, but mostly you're just trying to avoid Graves counter jungling you. And then at the same time, your reverse clear is setting you up to gank bot, right? Because after you clear Gromp, you can do Wolves, and then you're going to go Raptor, you're going to be bot side at the end of your clear, right? And then when you gank bot at the end of your clear, that's much better than ganking at the beginning because, well, it's better and worse. There are advantages and disadvantages to ganking at the end of your clear. But it's better because Graves has nothing to steal from you. So when you gank bot, they see you gank bot. Graves sees you. It doesn't matter, right? Because he can't steal anything from you. You took everything already. That's the advantage. The disadvantage is you give Nidalee and Pyke time to ward the river or something, right? So there's a chance they could ward you out. That your gank fails.
The reason I gank early, so they don't ward.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is also, let me tell you again, also in the higher elos especially, and in the really, really low elos I think too, it's kind of weird. Really high elo and really low elo, sometimes they'll ward early, like really early, like level 1, like before the minions spawn. So it depends, or even right before after they finish leashing, like right when they get to lane, they might ward there. So your gank could fail, even your early gank could fail. It could. The advantage of ganking later is if they ward, you most likely know they ward. If you're watching bot lane while you're clearing down, you can kind of see when Pyke leaves the lane, you can kind of see where he comes from. You can assume, oh, he warded the river, or oh, he warded Tribrush, or sometimes even
pretty obvious,
yeah. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay, so Jarvan has the advantage that he's pretty good at avoiding wards. Like if you think they ward Tribrush, it depends when. Like if you're on Raptors, you can skip your Krugs and just gank through the river, right? You'll be level 3 but you gank through the river. If you're on Krugs, then you'll be level 4, but you need to you probably walk around. You can EQ over the dragon wall, right? To save you time. Because and then go through the river, basically the key idea is if you think they ward Tribrush, you go through the river, and then the same thing applies. If you think they ward river, then fine, you just gank them with the Tribrush, right? So you have options. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I mean, I guess I talked for quite a while. We didn't even start the play, but I hope you understand why a game plan is so important. You got to think about all the lanes.
Yes.
You got to think about the jungler. And you got to think about what do you want to do. So you had the correct idea that you want to gank bot. You had the correct idea that you don't really want to gank top or mid, at least early game. I think the only thing you weren't really thinking about was Graves. I don't think you were thinking about Graves. That's all. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, press play.
Should I set the camera on me?
Yeah, as a default, but sometimes we'll move it, or you can move it manually too. And then you
to be moved or focused on me.
And then you right now is fine, but sometimes I'll ask you to move it. Sometimes I'll ask you to look bot or top or something. And you can do 2 times speed sometimes. Right now, nothing's happening. You see, you can adjust the speed of the replay. The plus button, yeah, that 2 is using good, yeah. And then if something happens, then I'll ask you to change it back to 1 or something. So you have a ward there, which is nice.
Yeah,
so you'll know if you start.
I didn't realize it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I've seen Graves doing blue.
Okay, so he's doing blue. So your bot gank looks much better now. So I mean, now if you do the bot gank, I like it because it'll be harder for Graves to actually take your stuff if he's starting blue like that too. Actually, well, no, let me think. It's about the same. That's the problem with the level 3 game. Okay, so let's slow it down. I'm guessing you're gonna gank. Can we look at bot? Put it at 1 time speed now. Look at bot lane. Move your camera. Look at bot lane. Okay. That's really good. Oh, I know it's too early.
It was like a perfect time.
Oh.
Down. Well, we get one kill at least.
Who died? Wait. Oh, Ezreal? Wait, can we... Okay, well.
That was like kind of hinting. I don't know why he did this.
Can you go back? I don't think anything important happened here, though. Yeah. So when I'm looking at this, it's literally just a coin flip, like what happened here. And where are you going now?
I'm trying to go mid now.
So let's look at mid. First of all, we already said mid's probably a no-go. Yeah, this probably doesn't happen. I don't see this happening. Unless he has...
Yeah, no, because like I'm going anyway to my blue jungle, I could go mid.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you why you shouldn't do this. So, the reason why you shouldn't do this is very unlikely anything happens mid. I mean, I'm wrong again. No, something did happen mid, but you didn't actually influence this, right? And okay, you need to pause it for a sec so I can talk about it. So, can you pause it for a sec before this? Pause. So, the reason why I said you don't come here is we already talked about before the game started. It's very unlikely anything happens mid. At least anything you could do, right? The second thing is if you recall and walk to blue buff, it's only slightly longer than if you walk through mid.
For real?
Yeah, it's only slightly. Like look at you can just look at the distance, right? Can you see the distance between base and blue and
probably the same.
And then look at the distance between bot lane and blue. It's about the same. But the one advantage you get.
That means I should instantly recall here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's a general rule. Like whenever you do a 3-camp gank side, like if you do 3-camp gank side, you know what I'm saying? You do 3 camps and then you gank the side lane, which is it's either bot or top. And regardless of if the gank succeeds or fails, you usually recall right after that. Unless you're invading, that's the only time you don't recall. Invading, like you want to invade hit Graves blue buff, or no. Well, to be fair, there's another one. Like if you want to gank mid, but the reason the mid gank should never work is because in the higher elo at least, Fizz knows you just ganked bot, so he knows you're right under him. So he would never. Well, I say never. In this case, he went really aggressive tower dive, but like he usually would not be aggressive at that time, anyways. If he's respecting you, that you could be there. So the mid gank usually doesn't work out anyways. So what's one benefit of recalling? One is to restore your HP, but to be fair, I think you were full HP anyways. But there's another advantage, which you need to buy something, and you can buy a longsword. And with the longsword, you maybe beat Graves here. Yeah, you could. I think you could beat Graves here with the longsword. Not now, but with the longsword, I think you do get to beat him if you hit your EQ. He can dodge your EQ pretty easily, so it really depends how this goes. But
yeah, because of his dash, right?
Yeah. But I think you have a good chance at least with the longsword. Without the longsword, there's no shot. No shot you beat Graves. Like Graves pretty strong early game.
Yeah.
And then go back. Can you? There's a rewind button next to the play button, to the left of the play button. Yeah, it just jumps back 15 seconds. Click that. Okay, and press play. And then press pause now. Press pause again. Press pause. So here you're going to the crab, right? But you should actually. It's kind of 50-50. Graves could be on the crab. He could also not be on the crab. But you should know.
Problems. I'm gambling way too much.
Yeah, but to be fair, let me think about this. Can I look at top lane? Oh no, you're. This is okay, actually. I'll be honest. But I'm just telling you, you should think about like Graves could be here.
Like if we're being honest, if Yara TPs and she sees me on Scuttle and Garen's pushing her anyway, she could just help me. Like.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's not bad because there's also a chance Graves is not here because if the only way Graves is here is if he full clears. He doesn't full clear because Graves full clear is actually kind of slow. Like he doesn't always get to crab at 330 if he full clears. So the reason he's here is because he skipped Krugs, right? We see him on the map. He skipped that. So if he didn't skip this, then you could quickly take the crab and then continue your way. That would be a good win for you. So I think it's not bad to look. The only thing I want to say is I don't know if you were thinking about it, but you should think about, okay, maybe Graves is here. That's all I'm saying. You should think about.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I thought that I would outskill him or something like that.
Okay, well, you could. Again, I'm saying you could, but again, he has the dash, which makes it kind of difficult, right?
Yeah, I was trying to challenge myself.
Okay. And then the problem is he actually surprised you. If he surprised you, it's even harder, right? Let's say, I don't know how he did it, but let's say you start the crab. How do you start the crab? Usually with your EQ. If you start the crab with EQ, there's no way you win, right? Because you have no cooldown. Yeah. That's all. I mean, it's not bad to chill because Graves should never kill you here. He should never kill you, but you should. The only thing I'm saying is just think about him. That's all. Yeah. Go ahead, press play, and see how it happens. I think he was hiding in that little bush, the pixel bush. It looks like. Yeah. I press play. Yeah. So one thing you should do, you should definitely have looked. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's your yeah. You did EQ. See, you did EQ.
Yeah.
Did you get it or he get it? You got it. Oh, because you have smite. He actually doesn't have smite. Okay, this is fun. Okay.
I think now, because I have Conqueror, I could win this by auto-attacking. Don't you think?
I think you do, yeah. Not just because of that. Also because... Here, go let me think about it for a second. Or pause it. Maybe do you have to go back? I forgot what happened. Oh yeah, he missed his Q on you. Like, completely. Did you see that? He missed his Q.
Yeah.
So that's...
I kept fighting, because he ain't got no damage then.
Yeah, I think you beat him. The only problem is you have to leave because Garen, so... Yeah. But, again... Now you even see my point again. Back to my old point, which is if you recalled, you have a longsword. This fight's not even that close. I mean, to be fair, he also missed his Q. Yeah. So like you see these little things I'm telling you about. It's not like not all the time. It won't matter all the time. But here's an example where actually it did matter if you had that longsword. But also, what would have helped is when you go in the river, you should have checked the pixel brush first before you just EQ'd without even looking at that bush. Like face check it. It's fine. You can face check it. Graves won't kill you, but you immediately all you did was you just hit the crowd without even checking anything. Like so, you want to like look in the bush. You kind of want to see, is Graves here? Is he not? Just take a few seconds to take a look, around, and then if he's not here, then okay, I'll kill the crowd quickly. Yeah. But otherwise, close fight. I'd say you hit your EQ. That was good. But again, if he was a good Graves, I don't think you had any. Honestly, I don't think you have any chance of fighting that.
Yeah. If it would be mechanically better than me, I would lose this easily.
Yeah. Or no, even if he was mechanically the same as you, I would argue he actually did pretty poorly in this fight, like himself. Yeah. So yeah.
That's one of the reasons I play Zergraph is because I'm like better than the most of the jungler in my hero.
Oh yeah, that's nice, but it's kind of it gives you a bad habit, like when you get higher up, because you can't just rely on that. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
That's why I should slow down a little.
Yeah.
Should I continue?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Then you can do 2 times speed now since you're dead. And...
So now I'm just gonna full clear my blue because I don't know what to do.
I wouldn't. So pause. I'll tell you where I would. I would have gone for the crab first, the bot crab. There's a chance when you killed. Wait, did you kill Graves? No, he killed you.
No, he killed me.
He killed you. There's a chance. No, he was really low, so he would recall after that.
Probably.
The thing is, I don't actually know. I mean, we could go back and see, but I don't think we need to. It's close, like because when he recalls. You're dead, right? But when you spawn, you get the home guards because you died. He doesn't get the home guards, so there's a chance you actually get there first to the crab. But regardless if you get to the crab first or not, at the very least you'll see him. Like it's just nice to see him. So he can't do anything. But even if you don't see him, even if he gets the crab first, I still want you to go bot side because. 2 more reasons. Yeah, look at bot lane for a second. Can we see? Look at them. Like camera, move your camera to bot lane. That's in a gankable position. It's still not free because they're just Nidalee and Piker so.
They're like pushing to us, so I can go like for.
Yeah, it's in a gankable position. And again, you probably will see if Graves took the crab, you'll probably see him. So I mean, if Graves is there, you don't really want to gank this, right? Because Graves will counter gank you. This is an option. The main reason, okay, now here's the main reason I want you to go bot, is just to do your Krugs and your Raptors, because your Krugs and your Raptors are level 4, right? What are your Wolves? Level 1, right?
And they give me more XP.
Yeah, more XP. So that's the main reason. Even if we don't look at bot lane gank, even if we don't care about Scuttle, even if we don't care about Graves, it's still best to go bot. So, you notice the trend of what I tell you. I suggest you do something not just for one reason. It'll usually be like there's like 3 reasons to go bot, but only 1 reason to go top. So it makes more sense to go bot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay. You press play. But I do know why you're going top, or I think I know why you're going top. It's because there's like 3 camps there compared to 2. But
yep, that's like the low elo thinking.
Yeah, there's more to it than that. Yeah. And then definitely, if you went bot, which sometimes it's okay to go bot, I would do Gromp first because you want to go down, right? Are you gonna gank top? I don't think so.
No.
No, yeah. So then at least clear. You see. Oh wait, what are you doing? Oh, mid.
I think I'm gonna go mid.
Okay. The problem is I don't think it works again. I didn't even look, but I assume it doesn't work because.
But I got this also. I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that's good. But. I don't think. Why did he ult? Was he trying to ult Malzahar and he blocked, or what happened?
I W'd his ult, which like.
No, but why did he ult you? That's my question.
Because he ulted me because it was level 4 and he was thinking he could like one hit me.
Oh, okay. I mean that's good, I guess. Yeah.
And I was like predicting that.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. That's actually pretty big for you, but I would have preferred just going bot. Like good. Because see, the problem with that is he saw you after you went mid, right? He saw you go bot, right? And so, in low elo it doesn't matter, but in high elo, bot lane also knows you're going bot, so now you can't really gank bot because they will know you're bot. And this elo, I don't think they know that you're bot right now.
No, they don't.
So let's see here. Okay, you got it. That's good.
Yeah, it was like pretty bad what I did.
It was okay. Did you flash? No, you didn't. No, you're okay.
Nah, I got the fresh method.
Pretty good so far. No, you're fine. I mean, you die.
I don't know if it was worth it.
I think that's fine. I think that's pretty fine actually.
Because Ezreal's dying for that. I was wondering why he's follow up.
What do you mean? Who? Sorry, say it again.
Yeah, why Ezreal follow up? Like, he was 4, he was 0-1, he shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, they should just leave you, yeah. Or maybe Thresh Lantern you out, but
Yeah.
I mean, but from you, I don't have any like critiques. Like, I think it's not bad.
It was fine, I guess.
Yeah. But the only thing is, if you did Gromp, when you did your topside camps, if you did Gromp first, you would be down here slightly earlier, actually, and that could have been different.
A way better outcome.
Yeah.
I think one of the problems I have, like in this situation, is when I see Fizz is like 2-1, Graves is 2-0. I have like the pressure to get kills and go ahead. So I'm the.
Let me give you some advice.
We have one guy in our team. Who's ahead,
Let me give you some advice though. So yeah, you should feel kind of pressure, but the way I see it is it's not pressure. It's you can only do what you can do. If that phrase makes sense. Like you can only do what you can do. So you feel pressure, but that doesn't mean you really change anything. Like, if you don't have ult, don't gank top or something like that. Like that, the rules of the game still apply whether or not you're pressured or not, if that makes sense. So try not to let the pressure make you do bad plays. Usually when people are pressured, they like try to force a lot of things and then they just make it worse. So that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah.
Sometimes what I do.
Yeah. Because Jarvan is. I mean, you're not even fed, right? I mean, you're like tied with Graves if we're looking at it. So you're tied with Graves. You actually have a winning top now. So now top is actually looking much better, right? You remember what you said before? You need to get level 6, and then you can just gank Garen, and Garen can't do anything, right?
Yup.
I would stick to that plan because Fiora is one of your win cons, right? Like who can deal with Fiora? Like right now she's not strong, but if you get Fiora fed, that would be a win con, like how you can win the game. If you have a Fed Fiora split pushing, it's pretty hard for them to deal with. So, you were ignoring her early game, which was fine, right? We said it's not worth going top early, but it's worth going when you're 6. So right now your plan should be you need to get level 6 and you need to gank for Fiora. That's all I would be thinking. As I mean, on the way if you see a gank or something, that's fine too. Yeah. Go ahead, press play. Yeah, go ahead, press play. And then also, okay, well, now it's fine. So, and remember we said early, don't gank mid unless Malzahar has ult. That's kind of the rule for this kind of matchup.
Yeah,
because
I don't even know where I ganked mid. I guess she was just texting me. Or something.
Well, here, let's see. Can I see it? The camera. I mean, yeah, here is all. I mean, he's just diving, right? Okay. Once again,
I was just giving him a kill because if I would take it, he go in rage or something.
Okay. I would have taken the kill because assist gold. So you're wasting the assist gold. Like no one. That's just 1 kill, 0 assist. 1 kill is 300 gold, but 1 kill plus assist is 450. Right, for the team at least. You're stealing some of Malzahar's gold, but like team wise, it's way worth it. So yeah, I understand. Maybe he might rage, especially in low elo. So I don't blame you that much. But normally you would at least try to get an assist. You throw your E. Your E gives you an assist, right? Just for giving attack speed too.
E would probably kill him just a W, I think.
No, I'm saying you could E you don't have to E Fizz. You just E nearby because your E gives a buff to Malzahar, right?
Because for that attack speed buff, yeah.
Yeah. So I would have at least done that. Yeah. Alright, go ahead. But like I said, ganking mid's fine now because when Malzahar is level 6, see the game is played on like factors, right? So early game it's not worth it. Late game it might be worth it because Malzahar has ult. Like early game there's no way to lock down Fizz, but late game there is. Yeah.
I don't even know why I path bot lane the whole time.
Yeah, can I see? I mean, like, okay, again, this is like a similar comment to your early path, right? So I think this is okay. Like, it's not bad, but like, it's not great either. Like, you're coin flippy.
Yeah.
What's 100% guaranteed? Ganking Garen with no flash, right? Use your ult top side. And what do you get after ulting top side?
The problem is they can both jump out my ult, so I should go bot.
Yeah, that's why this one is like you could work, sure, but I don't know. Like right now, if you don't press play, I don't know what will happen in this game. But if you tell me you're getting top, I know what will happen because it's there's less variables. Like it's less coin flippy if you go top. So and not only that, remember what we talked about is Fiora is but like Fiora can be one of your big win conditions. So if you do want her fed. You get an Ezreal fed, sure, that's nice, but there's no guarantee that he'll. I mean, he's not bad, but into that comp, yeah, actually Ezreal's not bad too. But I definitely favor the Fiora, especially when you consider here's another concept, right? Like there's several things that you win if you gank top. You get Fiora ahead, it's more guaranteed. And you get a Rift Herald. And Rift Herald is worth more than Dragon. I mean, yes, you kill bot, you might get Dragon. But Rift Herald is worth more than Dragon before 14 minutes because of the plates. The plates are worth, can snowball you much farther. And not only that, but you can give the plates to Fiora, which snowballs her even further. So Fiora kills Garen and she gets Rift Herald plates. That's huge. Like, then she's unstoppable.
Probably got first item on boots.
Yeah. So here, like even if you kill them, I think you should have. I mean, unless you kill them without ult, which I don't think you kill them without ult. Then you should have gone top. Yeah. But okay, go ahead, press play. We'll see how. I don't even know how this will work. Yeah, not worth. Yeah, so 1 for 1, but it costs you your ult, right? It costs you your time, right? Yeah, not worth.
And I set the ult wrong.
Yeah, you usually don't want to
ulted both.
Yeah, or only ult after they dash. So you only threaten them with EQ, and then only ult after they dash. And then if they don't dash, then you don't ult, and you forget the gank usually. So that way you save your ult, right? You don't want to just use it and then dash out. Yeah.
That's like coin flipping again.
Yeah. Let's look at mid. Well, first of all, why do you do this? I mean, I think it's good because we saw Graves, but did you know where you didn't know where Graves was, right? Now you do.
I didn't know where he was. My thinking was because we got a kill bot lane and Pike my recalls,
might Pike recall?
Yeah. Yeah, because he's alone on lane, and what is he gonna do?
But he's Pike. So this is, you gotta think he's a roaming support. Like, he has plenty to do. He can look at the, first of all, he can check the dragon. He can go mid to back up Fizz, or wherever Graves wants to go, he can follow Graves. That's usually what supports do when they have nothing to do. They follow the jungler. So if Graves is near the dragon, you're screwed here, right? If Graves and Pike.
My thinking is like, if I get to make the Drake as fast as I can, they might not recognize, you know?
But the thing is, you just ganked bot, so any... Okay, no.
Obvious,
yeah, well, in low elo maybe not, but in a higher elo, they would probably assume you're... I wouldn't say they would assume you're doing it, but they would... What do you call it? They know it's a possibility that you're on the dragon. So, Pike for sure, in higher elo, Pike for sure would be checking this. Graves maybe not, but Pike has nothing to do. He could recall, but why would he recall? It's just to buy something? Like, if he has a lot of gold, maybe, but... like, again, I said, when supports have nothing to do, at least in higher elo, they roam. They don't just recall randomly. So they usually roam. That's the first thing they usually do. And then, especially because, again, Pike is a roaming support. So, like, if there was like a Soraka, then maybe this is a better decision, right? Soraka usually doesn't roam, but this is a Pike. So that's why I think this is dangerous. But then, you know, after I see the Graves, I think it's okay. Yeah, you go press play. Because Graves, it looked like Graves was mid. It looks like he took a blue or something like that, or I don't actually know why he was like behind the tower mid, I think. Go back here. Actually, well, why did you go back? I want to see when you used your E. Can you go back, replay it? Why did you use? When did you use your E? And then can you click on Jarvan the champion? Oh wait, yeah, you have your E right now, right? Your Q, right now, yeah. Your Q is 2 seconds, so you should be thinking you need to EQ Nidalee, right? I'm guessing that's what you're thinking. You need to EQ Nidalee,
so I can like protect Ezreal from dying.
Yeah, okay, and play it. Let me see what happens again.
Now he's I'm trying to kill her, but I didn't knew that Pike was coming, which I should.
Oh, you didn't see Pike? Wait, I thought we can see him though. Wait, or you just didn't see him?
No, we can't see him.
No, we saw him. Go back.
You can't really see Pike, I think. You can just see Nidalee and Pike is coming from bot lane, but we don't have vision there, so...
No, why do we see him here then?
Oh. Yeah.
No, you have ward. You have a ward bot lane. Like, he has a ward right here. We see it. We see it the whole time. Yeah.
Then it was just my bad not looking.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
I was focused on the fight.
No, understandable. So all I was gonna say was, oh wow, okay, shit. Wow, okay. All I was gonna say is, like, you probably should just EQ over the Dragon Wall, but yeah, if no Pike, then I think your play is okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I fight her. I thought because she's buying weird stuff, I can fight her because she ain't got no damage.
No, you mainly lost because she exhausted you, so you didn't consider she had exhaust. Like, without exhaust, I think you beat her there actually. So.
Right.
Yeah. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh,
Fiora actually solos Garen once. That's good news for you.
And that's what happened the whole game. Graves was just perma sitting mid, which is pretty good, I think. Because, like, top didn't matter this game, and bot lane was ahead anyway, so I guess ganking mid lane is the best option for him.
For Graves?
Yeah.
Let me think. Oh, we can't. Yeah, you can't gank top. Yeah, Graves. Yeah, it's the best option for him. That, in addition to counter juggling, right? It's actually hard for Graves to gank the side lanes this game.
Yeah, that was a good play of Fiora, to be honest.
What did she do? I actually didn't see. Oh, did she teleported bot? Oh.
She TP'd
okay. Oh yeah.
Where they pushed the tower,
that's
and then she went and just...
Yeah.
Yeah. She
and
should have went for Nidalee, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, you killed Garen solo. Nice.
I did?
That's what it's. Yeah. I guess, was he taking tower shots? I guess. Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess
I don't know,
he's taking tower shots?
Let's watch.
He spins, I'm guessing? Oh, wait.
Nah, I was just having more damage than him.
Okay. Oh, you have Gordon already, that's why. So, okay.
Yeah.
So what's going on, man? Can we see? Okay.
To be honest, that Fizz is way better than us.
Yeah. No, and also, like, there's... okay.
I was predicting that.
You have ult, or no, you don't. You do now. So look at top. Oh, Fior's dead, or one? No, none of them are dead.
She getting out.
So here you need. Okay.
It should be a safe kill here. But he was ghosting now. Yeah.
So you should have just EQ'd over here, right here, yeah. Not so this way. It might have been warded, but if it was not warded, then you get Garen, right? But the way you did it is all he has to do is walk back, and then you don't catch him, right?
Probably.
Yeah, it's just a distance kind of thing. Yeah. You need to be thinking about the rift because remember the key time is 14 minutes. 14 minutes, then no plates. Looking like. If you do this, okay, it's too late. Yeah, no. So, yeah, that's the thing. I probably would have used the mid, maybe top. I can't see the plates, but okay, nice.
My thinking now was to get pressure by setting Herald so we can get the dragon. They might be focused on destroying the Herald.
Well, what's the dragon timer? 30 seconds, so it's too early. By the time Rift crashes, they still have time to go to the dragon, right? You see the dragon's 30 seconds.
So I should have waited longer.
Yeah. Oh, I can't tell. I don't remember. I think it was running out soon, or maybe not. I think it was just the plates that were running out. The plates already ran out, so once it's past 14 minutes, then there's no rush again. So, yeah. Oh, can I see? No, yeah. Ezreal and Thresh full HP. There's no rush. And you don't have mid pro anyway, so you can't really do dragon because Fizz will bother you guys. So yeah, I would say no rush. Yeah. Your biggest mistake was you didn't use it before 14 minutes. That was the biggest mistake. Yeah.
Okay.
But even then, I would say this is also a mistake because there's no pressure. They can kill the rift and they can come defend the dragon. Oh, and you didn't even get the tower, so... Can we look at mid tower? I don't know. How much HP does mid tower have? Okay, that would have been better still, but yeah, small thing.
I think the main problem is that Graves and Fizz was sticking the whole time, and we ain't got no damage or tank enough to fight them. Now I'm probably dead here.
Yeah, here you didn't look at bot prio, right? Yeah, you just you
I
didn't
didn't
have.
see Pike, that was my problem.
You just didn't respect bot prio. That's all.
Is it like good to play Rage Bet on Nidalee, or why is he doing this?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Lily's not even it's a troll pick already. Like, so like, I'm pretty sure it's not a thing down there. So
Yeah,
it could be. It could be
this
maybe.
game is pretty doomed.
Sorry, what?
I think at this point the game's pretty doomed for us.
Oh yeah. 10k down at 15.
That's like how the most of my games are going.
but-
like, I'm the only one with some.
No, but
goals
remember,
and-
you're not the only one. Fiora actually is doing fine. And then remember what I said. If you didn't do that bot gank or waste time bot twice, right? Or well, mainly once. Wait, the first one was okay. It's the second one. Remember when I said when you had ult and you chose to gank bot. That really like could have changed everything if you spent that top. And then Rift, and then Rift top. Get Fiora. You want Fiora massively ahead because Fiora is your only hope in this game. So that's why. And you didn't really play around her. You play? Did you? No, you never ganked for her. You killed Garen solo, but you never actually went top when Fiora like could use you top, right? You never rifted top. You never ganked with your ult top. She even made good plays on her own, right? She did solo kill. She did the TP bot. Got some things done there, right? She's proven herself to be pretty decent. I mean, so I think she could have gotten you this game, especially because
Do you?
could have. I'm not saying yeah. When I said I think you could win. I'm not saying you will win. Nothing's ever 100%, but I think you could have won just by getting a Fed Fiora in this game. Because what do you do with the Fed Fiora? They need 2 people to stop her. And it's not Garen and Graves cannot stop her. It would have to be Fizz. Fizz would have to be one of the one. And if Fizz goes to stop Fiora, which it's not even guaranteed that he can stop Fiora, that makes your team fights much easier. Like you fight around dragons without Fizz, it's much easier for you guys right here. Yeah, I think this game's pretty. Yeah, it looks done. But yeah, the one way you would win this is the Fiora. Even now, look, she's 4-2. Press X on your keyboard. Press X. The letter X. Yeah, so she has 6k. Okay, yeah, Fizz is a huge issue, actually. So we can do like a calculation. Like, so if you ganked top with your ult, Fiora would have 6,600. If you got Rift, and if she helped you get Rift, she would have 6,700. If you use Rift on the top tower, she would have 7,000. I don't know if it was place were still there too, so she would have 7,200. And if you got the first tower, I'm not sure if you would get the first tower. Like your mid and bot are losing pretty hard, so I don't know when those towers destroyed. If she got the first tower, that would be 7,500, 7,400, something like that. I'm estimating. It's not exactly. So 7,400. That's more doable, right? She'll be like tied with everyone other than Fizz. I guess Graves. Graves is not a threat to Fiora. Like the kit wise, like Fiora doesn't care about Graves. So really, it's just Fizz. If she buys, Maw or Maw, then Fizz is not much of a problem. She can it's hard. Don't get me wrong. The game's still going to be kind of hard, but winnable. Right now, I don't. It's over. Like the game, you have no chance. Like you said, yeah. What do you do? Everyone lost and everything. Yeah, the game's over. But if you get Fiora ahead, I think it's winnable. I think it's like. Okay, let me estimate a number. I think it's like 35-40% chance you win. But right now, I think it's like close to 0. Like 20 at best, 20%. I know even that's kind of like 15. I think maybe you have 15 right now. You have 15% chance of winning. So League's a game like not everything's like 100%, but you want to maximize your chances of winning. So that's why early game I told you the path. Actually, it didn't really matter. Graves didn't invade you or anything like that. But it's to maximize your chance. So if you did my path early game, I don't think it changes this game exactly, but it could change another game. You're pathing for defending against Graves. You're pathing for ganking bot, which is your best chance early game. And then when we get to our level 6, we change our plan and we want to gank mid and top late game, because mid is gankable with Malzahar and top is gankable because Garen no flash. So you see what I'm saying? Like the plans change depending on the state of the game, and then you got to think about who's going to win you the game. And if you're playing Jarvan, you are not the one who's going to win the game in most cases. Like Jarvan doesn't carry games. Like he's not a carry in the late game. Like
he's just like a good support.
Yeah, you're like a tank. You peel, you engage. You're pretty good in a team fight and stuff like that. But you need someone else to win it for you, and you do have a team that can win it for you. Fiora, Malzahar, Ezreal, they're all pretty good. Like if you guys had more gold, and that's also why I think Fiora is your win con, or she's not the only win con, but like she buys you time. Like so, if Fiora is fed, the enemy will have to send people for her, like 2 people for her, 3 people for her, and when they do that, your team has time to farm up and catch up in gold. And then let's say you stall the game out for until like 40 minutes, because unfortunately I think it will take, if you do win this game, it would be like a 40-minute game. But if you do get to 40 minutes, then Malzahar and Ezreal scale pretty well. So then you can just win like normally. If that makes sense. Yeah.